most inspiring leaders or the best bosses that you've ever worked for, do you think of a harsh, demanding taskmaster that seemed to hate people, micromanage, and only cared about the bottom line? Probably not. That's because those who have the power to truly inspire and lead others take the time to understand and care about the people they work with. In John Maxwell's famous quote, he states, "People buy into the leader before they buy into the vision." Great leaders are able to energize and motivate their followers while also being able to effectively communicate their vision to everyone. They are able to create a connection, and this is why a leader who understands the importance of emotional intelligence will often have a considerable advantage. Emotional intelligence isn't one of those things that you either have or you don't. Just as with IQ, intelligence quotient, we have an EQ, an emotional quotient. And just as with IQ, your EQ is not set in stone. The first step towards improving your emotional intelligence is discovering your EQ, your emotional quotient, by completing an EQ assessment. For measuring and assessing emotional intelligence, we use two tools, the EQI 2.0 and the EQ 360, both developed by Multi Health Systems, which are based on the model of emotional and social intelligence developed by Dr. Reuven Bar-On during the 1990s. Let's examine the definition of emotional intelligence as it relates to the EQ 2.0 model. Emotional intelligence is a set of emotional and social skills that jointly determine how we perceive ourselves, self-perception, express ourselves, self-expression, develop and maintain social relationships, interpersonal, use our emotions to make decisions in an effective and meaningful way, decision making, and how well we cope with daily challenges, stress management. At the center of the model is your overall emotional intelligence. All 5 composite scales and 15 emotional intelligent competencies enhance your overall emotional and social functioning and performance, as well as your overall well-being and happiness. Let's first discuss the EQI 2.0 report. The EQI 2.0 is a self-report assessment tool that is based on the 15 competencies of the Emotional Quotient Inventory, the EQI. Not only does the EQI 2.0 score your total EQ, but it also gives you a score for each of the 15 competencies, highlighting your strengths and potential areas for improvement. Your EQ score will give you a sense of how well you are handling life's daily challenges. This assessment consists of 133 questions and usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes to complete. There are 3 types of reports that can be generated from your online EQI 2.0 assessment: the workplace report, the leadership report, and the group report. Now let's discuss the EQ 360. The EQ 360 goes further in depth because it not only contains the self-report assessment of the EQI 2.0, it integrates what other people think of you. You will select raters from the following categories: manager, peers, direct reports, family and friends, and/or others, and they will rate you on the same rating scale, which is why the tool is often referred to as the multi-rater assessment. There are 2 types of reports that can be generated from your online EQ 360 assessment: the Workplace EQ 360 report and the Leadership EQ 360 report. Upon the completion of any of the assessments, you will receive a 1-hour-long debrief on your results, scheduled at your convenience. We help you interpret your scores and interrelationships between them. The purpose of both of these assessments is to collect information on workplace or leadership effectiveness. It is imperative that you understand that these reports are completely confidential and will only be seen by you and your EQ coach, and are to be used only for your own personal growth and professional development. If you're interested in purchasing the EQI 2.0 or the EQ 360 assessments and my coaching packages, please go to my website at carolynstern.com. With this increased self-awareness, you can best decide your next steps to becoming better and more effective at being in touch with your own emotions and those of others. Enhancing your emotional intelligence competencies is a critical component of both professional and personal success.